From protests over the war in Gaza, let's turn our attention to a decades-old regional conflict in Africa, the Western Sahara dispute. Now, Morocco has been at loggerheads with Algeria, which backs the Polisario Front and its fight for independence of Western Sahara, a territory that is mostly controlled by Morocco. And in a bid to crack down on Polisario's movement, the kingdom is now lobbying the Trump administration to designate Polisario Front as a terrorist organization. Rabat has signed a $405,000 contract with a firm close to the Trump administration to get Polisario's activities criminalized and cut off its sources of support. Back in June, a bill was also introduced in the U.S. Congress to consider labeling Polisario as a terrorist organization. Now, Western Sahara is a vast, sparsely populated desert region in northwest Africa. It stretches across 272,000 square kilometers and is bordered by Morocco in the north, Algeria in a small northeastern patch, and by Mauritania in the east and south. It also has a long coast with the Atlantic Ocean in the west and northwest. The region is rich in phosphates and other minerals and has a lucrative fishing industry on its Atlantic coast. This former Spanish colony is home to the nomadic indigenous Sahrawi tribe. For decades, Morocco has claimed control over Western Sahara, while the ethnic Sahrawi fight for their right to self-determination. In 2007, Morocco proposed a plan to grant Western Sahara limited autonomy, which allowed the Sahrawis to run their government, but under Moroccan sovereignty. Now, the Polisario rejected these plans and has continued to call for independence. Algeria, which has recognized the self-declared Sahrawi Republic, also opposed the Moroccan proposal and cut diplomatic ties with Morocco in 2021 over the dispute. Now, earlier this month, Trump reaffirmed his support for Morocco's sovereignty over the Western Sahara. He also promoted Morocco's autonomy plan for Western Sahara as the sole solution to the disputed region. Trump's support for Morocco dates back to 2020, when the U.S. became the first country to recognize Moroccan sovereignty over Western Sahara. This was a concession of sorts for Morocco for normalizing ties with Israel as a part of the Abraham Accords signed during Trump's first term. In June this year, Britain became the third permanent member of the UNSC to back Morocco's autonomy plan after the US and France. Algeria, on the other hand, has refused to take part in roundtables convened by the UN envoy to Western Sahara. Algiers instead insists on holding a referendum with independence as an option. Will peacemaker Trump be able to resolve the Western Sahara dispute? Only time will tell. But one thing is clear, Trump's apparent peacemaking efforts in Algeria and other African nations are a part of his larger push to access Africa's mineral wealth while countering rising Chinese influence in the continent.
Firstpost now available in 9 languages on YouTube. English,
$36 trillion.
French,
Le FMI, comme
German,
Geschäftsführenden Direktor,
Hindi,
$30 trillion kakaljo.
Indonesian,
Pemerintah tanpa pemeriksaan.
Italian,
Sekali radikali.
Japanese,
4 兆ドル以上も
Portuguese,
por causa do próprio balanço patrimonial.
Spanish.
Beautiful bill.
Go to Settings, click on Audio Track and select a language of your choice. Be the first to know what's happening around you in your first language. Firstpost.